It is king tide season 2023, January, and it's very rare that the water gets up on the bike path here at El Porto because it's so high up. So this is just what happens when the tide gets super duper high. Normally there's a beach down there on the left. Right here you would normally see a beach, but the water has gone all the way up to the rocks. Now why on earth would this be happening? Here's the scientific explanation. So the sun, moon, and earth are aligned and it changes the gravitational pull, and it can be up to 7 feet higher than normal at high tide, which is really significant in a lot of stretches of the beach. Like this part of the bike path is pretty high up and pretty safe most times of the year, but you can see the water has actually come up and reclaimed the bike path and made it part of the ocean again. So this is not normal, and even during king tides in the past, we've never seen it do this kind of damage. At least I haven't. And there is some measures that they're taking. You can see a berm over there on the right. They've built this berm up to try to protect the bike path, but you just can't fight the ocean. All this water just pounding and pounding and pounding and undermining the concrete. It's impossible to save this stretch of bike path. They've done a little bit better job to try and save houses and things that are more valuable than a bike path. There's front loaders and dump trucks and a dude with a broom out there, probably got a DUI, and that's his punishment, and building up big giant berms to try and stop the ocean and just keep rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding as the berms get deteriorated by the ocean. And here's a berm next to the bike path up at Marina del Rey, so they actually decided to put the berm right on the bike path. Here at El Porto, North Manhattan, you can see on the left how high the water's gotten, almost to the restaurant and the bathrooms, but not quite. The Manhattan Beach Pier, if you look under the pier, you can see seaweed pushed up all the way to the end of the pier. It doesn't ever normally get that high, so that's pretty unusual too. But structurally, it's safe, and everything in Manhattan is up pretty high, and there's a big giant wall behind the pier that protects it. So I think that one's okay. Down at Hermosa, you can see the kids are sledding on the giant berm, so at least it's going to good use as a playground. And you can see they've built their berm up all the way to the bottom of the pier, and their pier is also structurally sound and standing strong. So that's it. That's the storm damage from the king tides 2023.